Hello everybody, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is player ratings time after Liverpool dicked Leicester upside the face by 3 goals, 2-0. It is player ratings. It is your player ratings. We're going to try it. I know it worked for Ross last time out. Last time I was here though, it didn't work. If you want to vote, you've got to wait for the stream elements bot to say the vote is open. You'll see the vote over there to my left hand side, and to vote, just look at the words underneath me. Give us your ratings. To give a rating of 10 in the chat, type !vote space 10 and press the enter button after the stream elements bot says it is open. So let's get it started. Let's see if it works. Let's get the vote open for Alisson Becker first and foremost, and you can see that it is there. Streamlabs bot has said that it's on, so get voting right now. But for me, that was a brilliant performance from Alisson Becker there. That's a performance where you think to yourself, this is the type of performance that you need when they're just looking to try and hit a ball over the top to Jamie Vardy and all that type of stuff. You want your goalkeeper playing on the edge of his area. 2, 3, 4 times he was able to do that. You know, I'm thinking of when Vardy was running down, just takes the ball, sound, no problem. He even came out into the right back position late on, played the pass to Nicole Williams. That's what you want. And not only that, he makes 4 saves on the day as well, 3 of which I think were from inside the penalty area. Just solid. Gave that defence a little bit of a platform to build on. They didn't have to worry about what was going on behind them because Alisson Becker was behind them. And he's glorious. It was a perfect goalkeeping performance from him, whether he's coming out and collecting the ball, whether he's kicking the ball, whether he's saving the ball. Just so good and so underrated. And it should be dead easy. It should just be a 9 out of 10 for Alisson Becker. And the vote is closed, and it is a 9 out of 10 with 55% of the vote for Alisson Becker. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. There's going to be lots of 9s and lots of 10s as we open the vote for James Milner right now. And again, you know, another performance. I'm just going to get bored of saying these words, but I'm not going to get bored of saying these words because they were sensational, every one of them. And James Milner today, you know, he comes in, he's playing right back. You're worried about whether Maddison's going to be over there, what Justin's going to be doing on the overlap and all that type of stuff. Justin had more to worry about with James Milner going forwards than the other way. First of all, he forces Johnny Evans into scoring an own goal with a great corner, and it's the placement of the corner, isn't it? So he's getting an assist for me there. For the Oggy. He gets an assist for Bobby Firmino as well. And that's something else when you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold not in the side, who takes over those free kicks, those corners and stuff like that. Between Robbo and between James Milner, the deliveries were brilliant today. You know, Milner also whips a ball in that Matip nearly scores from for a corner. But not only that, not just a dead ball, not just defending, he was brilliant. He moved into the middle of the park when Naby Keita gets injured. Instantly, almost straight away, plays a ball through for Mane, and Mane's through on goal. And his delivery from there, looking for Jota down the right-hand side, that ball over the top, Jota to run into a bit of space, just absolutely class all over the park. It should be a 10 out of 10. It is a 10 out of 10 with 49% of the vote for big James Milner. A man's class. He's got a 10 out of 10 here. He's got a door named after him at the new training complex, and that's just made my night. So next one, we've opened it up for Fabinho, him and Matip. These two in the centre of the defence there. You know, Wijnaldum shielding them in front. Didn't really need the shielding of Wijnaldum, to be perfectly honest with you. They had Vardy to deal with. They pocketed him. No problems whatsoever. They had no issues, no worries, no concerns going into this game. Would Jamie Vardy be able to get the better of Matip and Fabinho? Jamie fucking who is what Fabinho's saying. What are you talking about, Jamie Vardy? Don't need to talk about Jamie Vardy. Who? No, not interested. No bother whatsoever. And the two of them were class, you know, nothing like majorly outstanding. I mean, you know, I'll talk about Matip in a little bit. His distribution was good as well. We've seen that. Paul talked about it before the game. I talked about it before the game. Having that ball out to Mane, to Jota, just absolutely class. Few seconds left of the vote. Looks like it's a close fought battle between 9 and 10 right now. And it is. It's a 9 out of 10. 42% of the vote for Fabinho. We'll open the vote up next for Joel Matip. The vote is now open for Joel Matip. And much the same, to be honest with you. Same as Fabinho. Brilliant in every phase of play. As I say, he nearly scored from a header. He nearly scored from a free kick. I think it was Robbo as well, who whipped the ball in. That was just shortly after the corner, actually. You know, but Joel Matip, just, yeah, I mean, doesn't need football, that lad, does he? Football just gets in the way of a good injury for Joel Matip. But when he's on the field, he's absolutely class. And I've got them the wrong way around, actually, to be fair. It was Fabinho over there today, wasn't it? And Matip over to the right-hand side, which did confuse me, did surprise me a little bit. But the performance by Joel Matip certainly didn't. And again, look, you can already see we've got 9s, we've got 10s on the board. I'd be surprised if Joel Matip didn't get another 9. He's already got one number 9, Jamie Vardy, in his pocket, and he'll be looking to get another number 9 on the board as well. So there's just a few seconds left. I'm going to go early, to be honest with you. Joel Matip, with over 50% of the vote right now, has got his second number 9 of the evening. So that's absolutely brilliant. We're going to open the vote up for Andy Robertson next. Man, Robertson gets an assist on the night, doesn't he? And what a ball that is, by the way, for Jota. And I know, you know, the run by Jota and everything was absolutely class. But that was a 30-pass move by Liverpool. That is the longest passing move that Liverpool have scored from, I believe, because Sky told me before, that Liverpool have scored from since Opta started tracking those stats back in 2006. Yes, a 30-pass move. And Robbo, it was the touch, wasn't it? He beats his man, he then faces up, whips that ball in, absolutely class. Has another one early second half, 46 minutes in, whips a ball for Jota at the back stick, constant threat, constant thorn on the side, finally always moving down that wing, looking to test him, looking to pin Albrighton back and making him go the other way and worry about Andy Robertson. And then as the game goes on, he stops going so far forwards at 2-0. He doesn't need to get involved all the time, lets that space for Mane to hit into, and again another class performance from him. Sorry, Tom, I didn't see the result on that one, mate, but I'm guessing it was a 10. Beautiful. 10 out of 10 for Andy Robertson, absolutely class. So we'll open the vote up now for Gini Wijnaldum. And the biggest compliment I can give Gini Wijnaldum right now is that we didn't miss Jordan Henderson in a clash against Leicester, who are a very good side in this league and have beaten good sides so far this season. And I thought we might miss Jordan Henderson, but Gini Wijnaldum at the base of that midfield 3 showed what he's all about. He showed why he's in that leadership group for Liverpool. And, you know, whether it's using his body to hold people off, whether it's dribbling with the ball when he needs to because there's no passes on, whether it's playing a short pass, it doesn't matter. Gini Wijnaldum's got it all in his game, and he delivers consistently over and over, time and time again. And even Mike couldn't end it today. You know, even Mike tried to get Gini Wijnaldum injured, and a joke, of course, Mike, we love you. It was absolutely class performance by Gini Wijnaldum. 10 seconds left of the vote. It looks like it's going to be another number 9 for Gini Wijnaldum right now, and I'm going to call it 48% of the vote. Gini Wijnaldum gets a 9, and a well-deserved 9. And again, you know, that midfield today, the 3 of them, to be fair, just absolutely class. You know, in an area of the park where they should have been outnumbered, Leicester played 3 at the back. You know, they've got, you know, Maddison, the other lad there, Vardy in front, 2 midfielders. They should have been overloaded, these 3. These 3 held their own, more than held their own. They dominated the ball, to be honest with you. We've opened the vote for Naby Keita. So disappointing for Naby Keita again, isn't it? It's just... You know, he gets into the game, he hasn't played loads this season, he's playing really well, he's moving the ball quickly, he's trying to join the forwards. I mean, you know, he's one of the lads who's on one of their centre-halves as Robbo whips that ball in for Jota to score from, and he's there, and it was an action-packed midfield performance from all 3 of these lads, and Naby was in there as well, and I just feel so disappointed for him that he's picked up another injury, and I hope it's not serious. I hope Jürgen and the coaching staff and everyone else have just said, if you feel absolutely anything, then you need to let us know, because again, another really good performance from Naby Keita there, and yeah, I think I can see the votes coming in now. There's a couple left. And he gets an 8 out of 10, Naby, and I think that's absolutely fair, to be honest with you. I'm just so disappointed for Naby Keita at the moment, because he just doesn't seem to have the look, and people are going to question his injury proneness and all that type of stuff, and he's just a good footballer that just needs games, but is he going to get them? Is his body going to let him down? I don't know. Kurt Jones coming in. Whoever put that 2 in, fuck that right off. Vote again, that's not fair. Kurt Jones deserves to be up there with your 9s and your 10s, because That's his best performance in a big game for Liverpool Football Club. In a game where everything's on the line, where Liverpool are fighting to not be 4 points behind Leicester City, but to go 2 points ahead of them. And you've got a makeshift defence, and you've got a midfield that haven't played together. And Kurt Jones puts in a performance there. I've seen Kurt Jones attack. I know he can attack. I've seen him dribble. I've seen him shoot. I've seen all that. What I haven't seen is what I saw today, is him tracking back, putting challenges in on the edge of the area, busting forwards with the ball, playing little balls to Diogo Jota so he can get shots off on the edge of the area. It was an action-packed midfield performance. This is a lad who, a couple of years ago, was a winger, you know what I mean? And today he's put up a proper midfielder's performance in, and he deserves the 9 that you have just given him. So well done, everybody. We're going to open the vote up next for Diogo Jota. Yes, the man of the moment. The lad has scored, 7 goals in 6 games for Liverpool Football Club. He's now got the record for a new signing, 4 goals in his first 4 home games. Absolutely brilliant. And again, didn't look like he was going to miss that header, did he? He had a few opportunities. You know, he gets one close to Schmeichel at the near post when I think it's Kurt Jones who plays that ball into. But again, a constant thorn in the side, whether it's from the right-hand side, drifting in, whether it's coming in at the back stick, it doesn't matter. Jota's going to pick the ball up, he's going to go with a man, and it looks like he's one of those lads who's going to take his opportunities in this side. And for a new signing coming in, 45 million quid, 4 million up front or whatever it was, oh my God, I mean, what a deal that we've managed to get there so far. The lad's been absolutely sensational. He's got to get a 10 out of 10. He's defo got a 10 out of 10. My word, 79% of the vote so far, with just a few seconds left, gives him a 10 out of 10. I'm calling it. Diogo Jota, 10 out of 10. No messing around from Liverpool fans on this one. Thank you so much. We'll open it up next for Sadio Mane. Didn't get a goal tonight. He'll be disappointed not to have got a goal. You know, that one where James Milner plays that ball through to him really quickly when we win the ball back in the middle of the park. Mane's off and he opens his body up and he bends it and Schmeichel saves it and then it bounces out to Bobby Firmino and Bobby Firmino can't quite score. But again, Mane, Patrice Evra was just talking about him. Mane is one of those players who can just make something happen out of nothing. And, you know, we're lucky, we're blessed. We've got loads of those players in our side nowadays. But there might not be a man at the moment who's more important to Liverpool in their style of play, whether it's winning the ball back high up the pitch, whether it's putting defenders under pressure, or whether it's getting the ball and just driving at your man and scaring the shit out of Leicester, which is what Mane did tonight. Yes, he'll be disappointed not to get a goal, but my word, what a performance nonetheless from Sadio Mane. Just class again, as always. And I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. You guys have clearly given him a 9 out of 10 as well. Just a few seconds left of that one. Yeah, 46% of the vote, something like that. Loads of 9s, loads of 10s. And that tells me that that's the best performance so far that Liverpool have had in the Premier League this season. Just look at the numbers on the board there. 1-8. And I think that might be a little bit harsh, to be honest with you, lad. Maybe I'd give him a 9 myself. Can't really disagree much with anything else there. And we've got one more lad to talk about, and it's Bobby Firmino. And yeah, and I was sure that Bobby Firmino wasn't going to score today. I was 100% sure that he was never going to score again for Liverpool Football Club, because that's the luck that Bobby Firmino seems to have had over the last few weeks and few months for us. You know, chance after chance, 1 centimetre, ball's not over the line, double things, posts, headers onto the post, shots onto the post. That turn, when Jota plays that ball, by the way, from the wing into Bobby Firmino, turns the centre half, strides in, little finish. Yeah, it's going to go in, but no, it's not, because it's Bobby Firmino and it's going to hit the post. But then he just finally, James Milner whips that ball in, and there, bang, the big head, no messing around, right in. And it was just class, and you could tell how much he means to this side and how important he is to this side by the fact that every single outfield player at 3-0, when the game's done, is over there celebrating, giving him individual hugs. The lad deserves a 10 out of 10. I'm not even looking. He got a 10 anyway. Nice one, Tom. I mean, he was getting a 10 from me regardless. And then finally, it's Nicole Williams. Again, a tough game to come into. You know, we picked that injury up to Naby Keita. Klopp decides to move James Milner into the centre of the park, bring Nicole Williams in. And I thought he was sound. I thought he was really solid. There was that one time that really stands out to me, where he's looking for the ball. He's got the ball. He's dribbled past the man. He's looking for anyone to pass to. And you're like, come on, you got to get close to the young lad. You got to, first game for a little while. He's up against tough opposition. Just get near and make sure it's not difficult for him. No, he ends up having to dribble for 5 minutes while the lads are just running away from him. And then in the end, he just goes, do you know what, lads, fuck this. I'll just whip that down the wing. And it doesn't quite come off. But no, a decent performance from him. I think 8 out of 10 probably performance from me, from Nicole Williams in this one. And again, that'll do him a world of good. That's the confidence that he needed to come in alongside Joel Matip on that right-hand side as well, and Fabinho and Robertson and everything else, and to come into this game, this type of an environment against the top side and put in performance, yeah, sounds. We are blessed, man. We've got such a strong squad at the moment. We are so lucky, and Nicole Williams is part of that, and he'll be loving it, and he gets an 8 out of 10 from us. So well done, Nicole Williams. There you go, that's the player ratings. I'm going to get into some of the comments and stuff right now. The problem with Nico, says Roshan, is he gets inside too much. He should get to the byline and attack the flanks a little bit more. And, for me, when we saw him at the end of last season, what we saw Nico doing was getting down that wing, getting to the byline a lot more so than Trent does. Trent likes that deep across the sort of Beckham area cross, doesn't he, from just outside the penalty area. Nico likes to go to the byline, but with the way that the game was shaping up today, there was no need for Nico to get down that wing. We're 2-0 up for the most part, and you're just asking for trouble if he's going to get down to the byline. So I get your point, and I think his crossing is actually better from there. I think naturally that's where his game will take him and what he'll be able to do. But in a game, you've got to actually think about what, your risk reward as well. So for me, Nico's done the right thing. They're not getting forwards, and that's why I don't think Robbo got forward as much as he did in the first half. So yeah, absolutely brilliant from him. Giano Briscoe just says Fabinho, man of the match. Go ahead. Hitchin Baz says Chris, apart from Mike, who's your man of the match? That is a tough one. I love James Milner's performance. I love Jota's performance. I love Gini's performance. And I love Bobby's performance. I think I'd give it to Bobby just because of how hard he worked. I don't think he needed that goal to have a good performance. He didn't. He had a good performance without the goal, but that goal will have given him something. And so for me, I'd personally give it to Bobby Firmino, and hopefully he can kick on from here. Maybe this is the start of Liverpool's season. Maybe this is the start of Bobby Firmino's season. Yeah, Curtis Jones putting a mature performance in Perry. Completely agree with that. As I said sort of earlier on, it was a complete midfield performance from Curtis Jones today. Crazy CEO says, cracking sweater there, Chris. I'd sing it for you, but I can't sing. But yeah, a glorious history my true love gave to me. Oh, yeah, it really is absolutely class. So this one's from Threads for Reds. You can see 19 league titles, 8 Football League Cup, 7 FA Cup wins, 6 All Big Ears. I can't sing. So there we go. It works, and I will be singing it at home. And I've already taught the kids it, which is brilliant. Eugene O'Sullivan, best left back in the world, 8 million from Hull. Let me say that again. Best left back in the world, 8 million from Hull. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Origi man of the match, says Jack. Yeah, it was so good. I didn't even give him a rating. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. Some fans didn't like Curtis's performances. Unknown stranger. Is that right? I haven't seen anything. Obviously, I've not been on Twitter or anything yet. I can't wait. We'll talk about that in the instant match reaction with Paul then, because I thought Kurt was brilliant today. I really did. And, we're going to dive into a few little things, but we've got the final word show tomorrow. So if you are a YouTube member, you will get that as part of your YouTube membership. If you use the Redmen TV from the website, then you get absolutely everything that we do in video and in podcast form. That's the best place. If you want everything that we do, get over to the redmentv.com and show your support. But every like, every watch, every comment helps. So if you can't afford it, no worries. We're going to continue to do the free stuff as and when. If you can support it, you want a jumper, buy a Redmen TV jumper, help our sponsors out, all that. It all plays a part in helping to keep Redmen TV going. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for joining in with the player ratings tonight. I'm made up with them ratings. I hope you are too. We'll see you next time on the instant match reaction in 5 minutes on this YouTube channel. So don't go anywhere. Grab yourself a beer or whatever, a little snack, some cheese and biscuits and some port if you will, and come back here for the instant match reaction. It's me, it's Paul, and we get to talk about this game again. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Ta-da!